Hello, coaster enthusiasts. This is Alex Thrill, and I am here to talk about the recent Iaapa Expo that happened this past month for the following year of 2023. Um, so big news, a lot of new stuff. The companies have pulled out all the stops for this 2023. I think it's going to be a great year for rides and roller coasters. So, if you don't know what IAPA is a huge amusement industry expo, and it's a convention for amusement parks, theme parks, the industry for entertainment, attractions. Everyone and mostly anyone who's in the amusement industry goes down there. The companies, managers, and yeah, it's huge, and the show floor is pretty big. I mean, they got everything, and it's not just rides and attractions. They do have new technology booths there for theaters. They have food stands that you can try down there for ideas for new food. Mascot, like a mascot booth for mascots that might be going into the park or new parks. But this year in 2022, I think they really went all out, and a lot of amusement parks have really pulled out new attractions to give the public for next year in 2023. And as you can see, the show floor is huge. I mean, it's massive. So, and not just that, we're excited for next year. Hershey, as I said in my last video, announced a first RMC in Pennsylvania for the Wildcats Revenge, which is going to be really nice. Very excited to see that. And of course, all the most B&M's down there, Intamin's down there, GCI, all Zamperla's down there, just to name a few companies that show off their new ideas for the parks and companies. So they did a good job this year, and we're going to go through some of what was announced for some of the theme parks and the ideas for 2023 and what's going to be happening. So I know a lot of people go. There was actually a video of Dick Knoebel down there. Dick Knoebel, if you know who that is, he's a amusement park legend. He is the current owner of Knoebel's Grove. And if you know what Knoebel's Grove is, it's a fantastic place. It's a very, very nice park. So, and as I said, they are adding something next year in 2023. So if you want to check that out, make sure you hit Knoebel's in 2023. And yeah, it's great. The show floor consists of so many things. As I said, from food vendors, DAF is down there, I'm sure, the dark ride place. So they have a lot of choices for this industry. Now, one big thing for Orlando this year is the Pipeline Coaster. It's going to be the first of its kind surf coaster from Bolliger Malviar or B&M in the famous industry. So I'm really interested to see this. If you look at the car, it has a very Very interesting design to it, almost like you're riding a surfboard. I like the restraints. The restraints look actually pretty comfortable for this. I I think they're very similar to Banshees. If you see Banshee, when Banshee was um, debuted, they had this like a vest restraint almost. So I'm really excited. It's not really going to be a high coaster. It's not going to be a super massive tall coaster. It's going to, I believe it's a B&M launch coaster. And if you've ever done a stand-up coaster, very unique. I have actually done Georgia Scorcher at Six Flags Over Georgia and Vortex at Carowinds. But I think this is probably going to be a very comfortable ride. I know stand-up coasters. Uh, I thought stand-up coasters were kind of becoming a dying breed of roller coasters because you don't see much of them in and around anymore. But this is actually very interesting, so I'm very excited to see this. Hopefully get to ride this sometime. Knowing Bollinger Mount B&M, they are known for their super smooth roller coasters. They are probably one of the most top-notch roller coaster industries in the world. If you think B&M, it's just like right at the very top of the list in steel coasters or any coaster at all, whether wood or steel. When you look at B&M, you're like, yup. And they're massive coasters too. I think they're some of the biggest coasters out there. As far as the size of track, in steel is probably some of the biggest manufacturing size of steel for steel coasters. But I'm very excited to see this. Uh, they are building already. They've been building before this announcement, so it's very interesting to see. So they're going to have quite a lineup, as they also just opened Icebreaker last year for 2021, and they were actually building, well, announcing that or getting ready to put Icebreaker in when I went down in 2019. So they're SeaWorld's going to have quite a lineup consisting of Manta, Mako, Kraken, Icebreaker, and now the Pipeline coaster, and of course the kids coaster in the kids area in SeaWorld. But I'm very excited to see this. I think this is a new way of looking at a B&M stand up. The design is just very interesting. It's literally like you're gonna be riding a surfboard, honestly. You look at the bottom of it, you look at the platform, and it just has a very flat surfboard design to it. The color scheme is very nice. Very aqua blue in a way, light aqua blue, so you're like riding the waves. So I am very excited to see this. Next on the agenda will be this Wild Mouse coaster. Very briefly, this is not really anything big to talk about. It's going to be a general Wild Mouse coaster. If you saw the announcement that they are going to add this and like a boardwalk themed to the back edge of Cedar Point, rebringing in the restaurant, replicating a restaurant that used to be there years ago. So I'm really interested to find out how that looks. But this is not really big. The car looks nice. The car looks actually very interesting though. Um, honestly, it looks like a big piece of cheese, sort of. But yeah, it's going to be a spinning wall mouse, not very big. It's going to be um, just a general kind of spinning wall mouse. But I briefly touching that is I'll touch a little bit on Top Thrill Dragster. A lot of people aren't really sure what's going on with that. Well, the Top Thrill Dragster, as it has been, is permanently closed after the accident that happened down there. And we are, but there is rumor that it's going to be reimagined. Top Thrill Dragster is going to be reimagined. I'm not really sure how, and I'm not really sure when, but it is in the process of being reimagined. Intamin, I think, is done. I don't believe Intamin will be trying to fix on their ride. I don't know yet. Not a lot. I don't think a ton of details have been released, but we'll find out. So this is the Zinger coaster for Worlds of Fun. I am actually very interested in seeing this, because this is going to be at Worlds of Fun in Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri. Will be a brand new wooden roller coaster for them in 2023. Zambazi Zinger, as they will be celebrating their 50th anniversary for 50 years. I have been to Worlds of Fun. I like Worlds of Fun. It is a Cedar Fair park, and it's very well laid out. The only thing I have an issue with Worlds of Fun is the fact that the entranceway is just kind of wonky, odd. They need to do something about their entranceway. Other than that, love the layout. Very nice. And this car train for this new coaster is actually very interesting. I do not believe it has seat belts, but it has it's a very small but loose looking restraint. Not to say loose, but you're not but a steel bar and like a fitted pad restraint for this. This is a small coaster, and this isn't. Here's where I say bigger isn't always better, and that is very true with roller coasters sometimes. Bigger doesn't always have to be better in the roller coaster industry. I know this past year I was able to go to Kings Island and ride Mystic Timbers. I know, Twisted Timbers, Mystic Timbers. I always get them confused. Mystic Timbers that they opened up, I believe last year, the year before last. And it just blew me away. It is probably one of the fastest small coasters I have ever been on. It's insane. The thing never lets up, and it's not that big. It just keeps going on and on. It's just low to the ground speeds, and I'm telling you, at night you can't see anything on this. On Mystic Timbers, it is probably one of the best little wooden coasters I've ever been on. And yeah, so in this way too, it's not a massive wooden coaster. This is not going to be a very big wooden coaster for them, but I am actually happy they are putting it in. So and this is really gonna have good speed to it. It's going to be low to the ground. The POV of it was really interesting, and they do have land to expand. One thing with Worlds of Fun is I think in a way they had quite a little bit of land to keep expanding, which I know I know that was one thing people were wishing with Worlds of Fun, that they could expand a little more. And now this edition, and the interesting thing about this ride, if you see, is that the lift hill is going to be a spiral. It's a big spiral, and it's not a chain lift. This is not going to be a chain lift. This is going to have like a wheel lift. Wheels going up the hill that will propel the train to go around. I just honestly hope people don't get dizzy going up that hill. I don't think it'll be very fast going up the hill, but I mean it's just going round and round up a spiral. So I hope people just don't get sick right before they go down the first hill. The layout looks really, really good though. Quite long, I think. So Zambezi Zinger at Worlds of Fun will be brand new next year in 2023. This is actually going to be a nice addition for them. I don't no, I'm sorry. Yes, they do have actually two wooden roller coasters. So this, I believe, will be their third wooden roller coaster at the park. They have two wonderful wooden coasters there. Prowler's one of them. Prowler was fun. So that's going to be at Worlds of Fun in 2023. Now, briefly, let's go over Dollywood. Dollywood has announced something. Big Bear Mountain Coaster for next year. Now, one thing with this is the fact that Dollywood has been expanding in the last couple of years in the far back area of the park where their wooden coaster sits. So it's the train ride. If you ride their train ride, it goes way up that mountain and in the back area of that expanded area. We went years ago. I went there years ago. And that area wasn't even developed yet. We did ride the train, but going that back corner, it wasn't developed yet. But I can't remember if I saw any kind of like markings or anything in the back. Not markings, but maybe some stakes or anything. I may not have, or I may not have been paying attention to that. But they have expanded, because I believe shortly after we went, like a year or so after, they put in that new land, as you can see. They put that in. They put the kids coaster, the green one, in. And now they're expanding it further back with this Bear Mountain coaster. It will be a family launch coaster. There are no loops or corkscrews in it. It's just going to have some launches to it. Not very fast, just enough to give a bit of a thrill. So this is altogether a family coaster. You know, kids, adults can ride it. And it's long. It's very long. They went all out on this. I mean, this goes on for quite a while. It's just kind of laid out all over the place, if you see. So I'm actually, it's very nice that they were able to expand like this. I don't know if they'll expand further back that way anymore. I don't know if they have more land back there. So they may, I don't know. But this is actually nice because this is a nice family area they were able to put back here. The only other kids area that I know they had when I saw we went was that little kids section. They have a little kiddie section in there, but that's all basically they had. They didn't really have a set section for like family rides all together and kids rides. This was actually very nice. And if you look at it, if you've ever been there since they did this, they did theme it very nice. Dollywood has always been a great park as far as theming. Now they are in like the Smoky Mountains, so they work on the terrain. The park itself is like built into a mountain side, and it's really nice. I've actually been to both these because their sister park is Silver Dollar City. I love Silver Dollar City. Silver Dollar City was wonderful. Uh, Honestly, I liked Silver Dollar City better than Dollywood. But both are great. And I'm glad they're expanding this for 2023, so check that out. Briefly, in closing, you're going to get a lot to see in 2023. Coaster enthusiasts aren't going to really go without at all this year. So check out your summer travels this year. You're going to have a lot of options to try out this year, and I'm very excited. Also very excited for our home park, Hershey Park, my home park, to be getting its first RMC. I have ridden quite a few RMCs, and I'm not disappointed with RMCs. They are wicked coasters. They just do not let up. The design of an RMC is very unique. But coaster enthusiasts, you are going to be getting your fill of thrills in 2023. So make sure you check that out. Keep up on the construction updates, and you will not be disappointed this year. I'm very excited, and I can't wait to see what 2023 brings for you all. So, in closing, if you like my channel, click like and subscribe on my YouTube channel, and I will keep you updated on the theme parks and Hershey, and I will have more content coming out as time goes by. So, alright, coaster enthusiasts, you all have a great new year, and as they say in the amusement business, keep calm and ride on in 2023.